Firstly, I express my heartfelt thanks to the organizers for the invitation at this GFN 2025. My presentation today is a summary of an article under review dealing with conversion of glycerol to aldehydes. It aims to illustrate how boiling regimes also manage this chemical reaction. As a background, we previously illustrated that nicotine delivery is correlated to the mass of a liquid vaporized and follow vapor-liquid equilibrium specificities. Then, influence of boiling regime on functioning curve was described and identification of a minimum and a maximum power was discussed accordingly to the onset of boiling point and to the critical heat point. Finally, we correlated a significant increasing in aldehyde releasing from the maximum power. Our assumption is that under optimal regime, a liquid is vaporized at its boiling temperature, which should induce the same molar conversion rate between glycerol and its main byproduct. Overheating regime controlled by film boiling necessarily implies heating of the gas vaporized above its boiling temperature, which should be the onset of a significant increasing in the molar conversion rate. To the best of my knowledge, expression of byproduct in mole by mole has never been done before. Most of the literature focuses on toxicological purpose, mainly use mass or concentration units. Through several tests, we aim to explore the conversion rate by varying one by one vaping parameters. We started by evaluating conversion rate using a reference condition with the Cubis atomizer and its 1 ohm coil filled with pure glycerol and tested under standardized condition of generation at various powers. Then we post-rated analysis carried on around 1,100 commercially liquids analyzed for TPD compliance, implying the use of a fixed power. Then we used different atomizer to evaluate the impact of ceramic coil or high power device coupled with high airflow rate. Aldehydes were trapped on DNPH solution and analyzed by chromatography. Data obtained using the Cubis highlights that under optimal condition, the conversion rate of formaldehyde is around 80 micromole per mole of glycerol vaporized and increased significantly above its maximum power at around 26 watts. A similar observation was done through the commercial e-liquid tested at 15 watts. However, for e-liquid with a low concentration in glycerol, the rates increase, indicating that 15 watts might be above their maximal power. At 1.1 liter per minute, the TFV8 leads to the same result as the Cubis, whereas at 13 liters per minute, the conversion rate is around 4 times lower, but remain almost constant. Finally, Veco Plus made with the ceramic coil exhibits the same 80 micromole per mole, but does not have a significant increasing under overheating regime. Following the experimental approach, I wanted to illustrate how the constant conversion rate are useful in toxicology. I reported 7 toxicological reference values available in a French agency. Without going too deep, each one is designed for specific purpose. By considering each values, we can estimate a corresponding maximum quantity of glycerol vaporized such should not be exceeded. The central values are calculated from mean conversion rate, whereas values in bracket are calculated from the 5 to 95% range, obtained with commercial e-liquid. As illustrated, concerning values of 20 mg to 80 mg by puff are obtained for chronic exposure and mass of a liquid vaporized consistent for high-power device used with the highest conversion rate and therefore under overheating condition. Through this summary of our article, we quickly illustrated that the identification of conversion rates show how toxicity related to aldehydes is correlated to the mass of a liquid vaporized, and consequently, it concealed the diversity of device or setting to a central quantity as for nicotine delivery. Then the conversion rate shown very low values under optimal regime, highlighting that they are mainly devices intended to vaporize the liquid and unintentionally leads to a minimal degradation. Experimenting in overheating conditions with setting above maximal power result in significant conversion rate and lead to overestimate the risk by many orders of magnitude compared to optimal and relevant conditions. Our assumption seems to be validated. However, there are remaining questions that need deeper investigation. Many thanks for the attention.